Welcome to Paripurna discussion. Today we are going to discuss 6 important articles, in which the first one is about the Kurinji. This Kurinji. This is very popular and often comes in the news. It is known for its beautiful blue color. However, there are other species also with different colors. But the current context, why it is in the news, is the species of Korinji has recently bloomed in Nilgiris. You know where is Nilgiri? Let's see. See, in the Western Ghat region, here in this portion, we have Nilgiri, and here this Kurinji flower have bloomed. You see the images here, right? So that is the context. Now let's understand few important facts about this Kurinji. Here only let's try to understand in this particular part. Now if you see, let me bring this here. Just 1 minute. Okay. So this is the location. Now about this Nila Kurinji, this is more important because this Nila Kurinji is one of the species of Kurinji only. Other species are also there, like the Strobilanthes or some other species are also there, but those are not that important. But this one is very important. So where it is found? In the Western Ghat. It is found in the Western Ghat, Nilgiri Hills. It is highly endemic. The point here is that highly endemic. Endemic means it is found in a particular location only. So it is very endemic to Western Ghat. This point you have to remember. Next important fact here is that it blooms every 12 years. That is, it will bloom not every year, but in 12 years it blooms once. So that is the speciality of this particular species of Nila Kurinji. The third factor here is that in the Western Ghat there are some grasslands which are called as the Sola grasslands. These are found in the Sola grasslands. What are the Sola grasslands? Sola grasslands are here in the valley region, here in this top region, high altitude, we find the grasslands. However, at the valleys we find some small shrubs which are evergreen. So here you find the evergreen shrubs, and here you find the grasslands. These are called as the Sola grasslands. And these Nila Kurinji are found in these Sola grasslands only. Okay, so this is also one of the key feature here. The next fact about this particular species is that these are the monocarpic. Now what is the meaning of monocarpic? Monocarpic means they only flower, this plant flower only once in their lifetime. It's not like the one is that they will flower in the 12 years, but after that 12 years the same plant won't flower after another 12 years. So once they will flower, after that they will shed their seeds and then they will die. So that's why they are called as a monocarpic. That means they flower only once. Okay. Now what are some of the significance? What are the significance of these species? See, one is that it is known for its natural beauty. Some medicinal value is also there. Another fact here is that these are the indicator species. Indicator of what? Indicator of climate change. If climate is good, that the microclimatic condition, that is the soil, temperature, rainfall, these are good, then they blossom. They basically the production of this Nila Kurinji, that growth of Nila Kurinji will be very good. However, if the climate is not good, that is climate is changed, then they will be very patchy. Some places only you will find the Nila Kurinji, and other places it won't be found. So that's why it is called as the indicator of climate change also. These Nilakurinjis are also facing threats. There are threats also. What kind of threats? Mostly habitat loss is the major problem here. Habitat loss, invasive species is also problem. Invasive species like there is a black wattle or some species are there which actually threatens their existence and the growth. Also, there change in the climate change is one of the problem. Over tourism is one of the problem. So these factors are impacting the survival of Nilakurinji. Okay, I hope you understood about this location of Nilakurinji. Every 12 years it found in the solar grasslands. These are highly endemic to Western Ghat. These are monocarpic, that is flowers only once in their life, and these are also the indicator of climate change and facing some threats. Next article is about the Indian wolf. Why it is in news? See, IUCN have updated the updated their threat level. That is what is their under the red list. What is their status? They have considered Indian wolf as vulnerable now. Vulnerable. Okay, so that is the news. Some key features about Indian wolf. Let's get the key feature of Indian wolf. The first key feature is that this is oldest in the world, oldest living lineage of world's wolf. This is oldest. Indian wolf is the oldest living lineage of world's wolf. Okay. The second fact is that where they found in the semi-arid regions. Semi-arid regions. Next factor is that what is their status? IUCN status. They are vulnerable. And they are under the first schedule of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. They are under the first schedule. Okay, these are some of the major features about them. Remember, they are the top predators also. Some other feature is that they are the top predator in their ecosystem. They are carnivores. These things I don't have to tell. These are the top predators, and they maintain the food chain also by preventing overgrazing by the deers and other some herbivores. However, they are facing some threats as usual. Other kind of the wildlife, like major threat is that the poison is the major threat. Poison given by the humans in order to protect the livestock. So that poison is a major threat. And then other like the infrastructure, deforestation, and the natural prey base is declining. So these are the some other threats of Indian wolf. Third article is about the Chandrayaan 2. See, there is very significant one observation made by Chandrayaan 2. You know that there are 3 series of Chandrayaan 1, 2 and 3. Chandrayaan 2 was trying to land over the moon. You must have heard it had the two this is the moon, and Chandrayaan 2 had two projects. One is the rover that orbiter. This is orbiter which orbits around the moon. Next was the lander, which was Vikram lander. So this soft landing failed. The second Chandrayaan 2 project failed to land over the moon. However, the orbiter survived. Orbiter is still working around the moon, and it is giving us the important data. And later that through Chandrayaan 3 we got the successful soft landing on the moon, right? That part we did. That is the lander we achieved. However, this orbiter is still working, and this orbiter only gave some information which is very significant, which gave for the first time, and that is the thing we are going to discuss in today's article. So what is the news is that, see, key finding of Chandrayaan 2. Okay, now first understand what is it. See, here you have sun, this is sun, you have earth, and then you have moon, right? They have moon also, and moon is circling around the earth. Here you have the earth. Okay, like this. So now what happens, the inside the sun there is it is made of nothing but helium, hydrogen, and other elements, right? What happens whenever there is high amount of ejection or the release of this helium, hydrogen, and other gases, it is called as the coronal mass ejection. Understood? Coronal mass ejection means nothing but the high amount of release of this constituents of sun, like the helium. Okay, so this is called as the coronal mass ejection. Now this the Chandrayaan 2, which is roving around this moon, it have identified on the observe the coronal mass ejection. It have observed it, which is coming from the sun in around the moon, right? It is done by one payload chase 2. This is not very important. What is important here is that the what is CME. Second, what the this orbiter have observed. It has observed the CME in around the moon. Okay, so why it is significant? It is significant because it is the first time. It is the first time such effect has directly observed. Direct observation have made for the first time. Earlier it was just the theoretical models were there. Now it has become more directly it is evident now. Okay, so why so this is very important in the sense that it will help us to understand more about the interaction of sun and moon and how sun is impacting the moon atmosphere. So it can help us in other future projects in the moon also, right? So that was the article. We understood about what is Chandrayaan 2. We understood about the coronal mass ejection and what was the finding. That much only important in this particular article. Let's go to the next article, that is the fourth one, which is the nephithromycin. Now azithromycin you must have heard, like that is the one of the antibiotic we take for the cold, cough, and these kind of diseases. So nephithromycin is also a antibiotic. However, this is first indigenous antibiotic. So this becomes very, very important now. India's first indigenously developed antibiotic. Now what things are important here? The impact, the important thing here is that the first thing is that who developed. So it is developed by one company called as the Wockhardt. Okay, and it was supported by the BIRAC. What is BIRAC? BIRAC is nothing but the Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council. So basically this is the government institution which provides assistance for the research in the biotechnology field, right? So this we need to, no need to remember, but we need to know that UPSC can replace it with Bharat Biotech, Serum Institute of India, which are more popular, right? So we need to understand here is that it is not developed by Serum Institute or the Bharat Biotech. It is developed by some other institution. However, it is indigenous. Now what is the importance of it? Huge importance are there, right? We can become a leader in this sector, and then we can fulfill the antibiotic requirement of our domestic need. We can tackle the antimicrobial resistance, which is getting more and more significant these days, and it shows the importance of public private collaboration for the pharmaceutical invention. Along with that, it shows our leadership in this medical and the pharmaceutical sector. Let's go to the next article, this which is the exchange traded fund. Exchange traded fund Why it is in the news? It is in the news because we have seen growth in the gold exchange traded fund. There is a high growth in demand of this gold exchange traded fund. So before going in deep into this particular article, we need to understand the exchange traded fund, and then we'll discuss why it is happening, why there is growth, and other part. So what it is? It is nothing but a type of mutual fund. Now you must have heard about the mutual fund. What is mutual fund? Mutual fund is nothing but a asset management company which gets the funding, or you can say the investment, from the retail investors, like the you are one, me, another person. We are investing in asset management company, or which is nothing but the mutual fund. Now this company will invest in different shares, different companies, company 1, company 2, or government. So they can invest in different places. So this way the mutual fund works, right? So similarly, this exchange traded fund is also like a mutual fund, only with certain differences. The difference is that here in the mutual fund, what happens, the trading is done on the price of the mutual fund at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, whatever is the price of 1 unit of mutual fund, that will be the price in which the trading will happen. However, exchange traded fund is not like that. Exchange traded fund is like a share which its value keeps changing in the real time, right? So it's not like that at the end of the day the price will be declared. Anytime the price can be changing, and the you can sell and purchase at any point of time. So that kind of flexibility we get like a stock. However, like a mutual fund, it gives the flexibility, diversification, and those, like you get the opportunity to invest in the small amount. Okay, so that is the difference between the mutual fund and the exchange traded fund. Otherwise it's nothing but like you're taking the money from the different sources, and you are investing in the companies. If this investment is made in the gold, then you call it as the gold exchange traded fund. Now the question is, the why this demand for gold exchange traded fund is increasing. See, whenever there is volatility in the market, people prefer to invest in some stable income sources than the risky income sources. Now see this two thing. If one thing is about the equity, what is equity? Equity is nothing but the share you are purchasing of a particular company. Ownership. Equity gives the ownership of a particular company. Now if the situation in the market is volatile, then what will be the chance that there is more risk in this kind of equity share? Because now market is volatile, anytime the loss can happen. If loss is happening, you will also get loss. So in certain scenario, people prefer to invest in some stable income sources like gold, land, and other such assets, right? So now since the situation is volatile, people are investing in the gold more. So that's why you see the rise in the demand of gold ETF also. Okay, so this is one of the reason. Then second reason is that the investors also want to diversify their investment. Diversification of investments, right? Then another reason is that in union budget 2025-26 also we got some tax clarity with respect to the gold exchange trade fund. So these are the some of the factors because of which we are seeing the rise in the exchange traded fund. Next article is about the mains is better future for India in medicines means embracing immunology today. Now, recently we have seen that for example, in 2023, there was Nobel Prize on mRNA vaccine. And this year, 2025, we have discussed this article also in the previous discussion, that Nobel Prize of 2025 medicine has been given for the regulatory T cell. And we discussed about the T cell also, right? Like these are nothing but the This is the immune cell, and these are the T cells which actually binds to the cancer cell, and they cancel it out. They cancel it out, and they prevent the cancer cell to infect the body healthy cell. That is the role of immune cell, or this process of development of immune cell through biotechnology, through genetic engineering. When we change this T cells, this immune cell, such a way that it is able to fight the cancer cells. Normally, if our body is not able to fight the cancer cell or the other kind of infectious cells or for pathogens, then what we do is that we make our cell, modify them such a way that they are able to fight the cells, foreign cells. That process of increasing the immunity of our body by enabling the cells to fight the foreign cells is called as the immunology. And what we are observing, that there are high level of research which is going on to develop the technologies to boost the immunology. And that is the article today, that India's growth in the pharmaceutical sector depends how we are embracing this immunology technology, how we are bringing the innovations here. That is the article today. Now, the immunology has become the foundation of public health today. Foundation of public health. Foundation of public health. For example, during the corona, we have seen how the vaccine development led to a significant investment, as well as the requirement was so high. So the vaccine development is again becomes the foundation of the public health. Then the cancer treatment is also a significant area where immunology becomes very important. Then in other segments also, like the neurology, autoimmune disorders, it is also one of the field where this immunology plays very significant role. For 2025, that Nobel Prize is given for that purpose only. It actually identified how one cell, the immune cell, prevent itself to attack its own cells, right? So that is the mechanism which got the Nobel Prize of 2025. And this is called as that will help us to tackle this autoimmune disorders. And how these are important for India, because our disease burden are rising in India, both communicable disease as well as the non-communicable diseases. So that makes more important for a country like India to develop the immunology. For that, we need to invest on the research and development. We need to invest on the human resources. We need to ensure the more collaboration between the public sector and the private sector, as well as the academia. So that way we can boost the research in immunology, and it can make India global leader in the field of immunology and the pharmaceutical. Thank you so much for today's discussion. Today we discussed these 6 important articles. You can get the PDF of Paripurna in Telegram Telegram channel of Sarat Chandra IAS Academy. If you have any doubt, you can put in the comment box. Please give your suggestion for improvement of our discussion. And this is it. Thank you so much.